Images of crystal meth users withering away. Headlines of opioid overdoses sweeping the nation. And tragically, the most terrible impact of these drugs hits rural America even harder than the rest of the country. Hi, I'm Dave Powell. I'm a psychotherapist and a drug counselor, and I'm here to tell you about a quiet catastrophe ravaging our nation that doesn't get nearly the attention it deserves. Methamphetamine is often manufactured in rural areas where it can be hidden from law enforcement, and yet local addicts often have no access to any drug treatment whatsoever. Meanwhile, opioid overdose has become epidemic in these same rural areas, where local doctors lack treatment options for chronic pain, like physical therapy. A recent CDC study showed that unintentional death is now 50% higher in rural America, and opioid overdose is a major contributor to this silent plague. And then there's the most tragic victims of this crisis: newborn infants. Over a 10-year period, researchers found that incidence of babies born with drug dependency increased nearly 7-fold rurally. That's almost double urban areas. In answer to this emergency, we are proposing a brand new model of drug intervention. We're not just bringing treatment to those who can least afford it, but to rural veterans, homeless people, and prisoners who have no access to any therapy whatsoever. Over the next 2 years, our goal is to deliver 1,500 hours of quality professional drug counseling into our local institutions here in rural North Florida. This service will be offered completely free of charge to both the clients and to taxpayers. And by taking the therapy to the client, we will be able to cut out the bureaucratic overhead as well as the avalanche of paperwork typical of traditional agencies. As a result, our budget projections are incredibly low, allowing us to provide services at a fraction of the usual cost of treatment. By working outside of traditional channels, we will be able to specifically target those individuals who have demonstrated a real desire for recovery, which we expect will boost our successful outcomes many times. That's more lives saved, more people restored to becoming productive citizens, and more addicts released into society as good neighbors, not threats to themselves and to the safety of our communities. And perhaps most exciting of all, if this pilot project is successful, it can serve as a new and innovative model for the delivery of drug treatment services across the country, not just rurally, but to urban and suburban areas as well. We hope this project captures your imagination, your enthusiasm, and most importantly, your generosity. The fact is, we cannot make it work without your help. Even if you can only give the minimum donation, every bit matters. And for those of you who are more fortunate, please give as generously as you can. Nearly everyone's life has been touched by someone suffering from addiction illness, and this is an opportunity to make a real difference. We are confident that together, we can bring hope to the hopeless and help many people begin brand new lives free from addiction. Thank you so much for your kindness and your generosity.